All right, if you're part of the Verasity community, you know the airdrop is pretty much all anyone's talking about. But with all the chatter, what's actually true and what's just a rumor? Well, we've gone straight to the source, gathered up the official answers from the Verasity team, and we're going to lay out the facts for you, plain and simple. Let's dive right in.
So does it depend on how long you've held your tokens? Do you get more if you're staking? What about where you live? The community has a ton of questions, and honestly, the answers have been kind of scattered all over the place. Our goal here is to fix that. We're putting all the official info right here, in one spot, so you know exactly what's what.
Okay, let's start with the most important part, the absolute foundation. I want you to forget all the complicated theories you might have heard for just a minute, because according to the team, it really just boils down to one simple, super crucial rule.
And here it is. The one and only confirmed requirement to be part of the VRA airdrop is this: hold your VRA in your VeraWallet. That's it. Seriously. No other crazy hoops to jump through. No complicated tasks. If your VRA is sitting in your VeraWallet, you are on the list. Simple as that.
Of course, the very next question is, well, what if I can't find an open staking spot? Am I going to miss out? And the official answer to that is a big, clear no. It absolutely does not matter if your tokens are staked or unstaked. As long as they're in your VeraWallet, you're good to go.
So, now that we've got that main rule locked down, let's move on and start tackling some of the most common myths and questions that keep popping up. This is where we clear up all those what-ifs and get into the nitty-gritty details the community's been buzzing about.
This is probably the #1 question right after the main eligibility rule. And it makes sense, right? If you're staking and actively supporting the network, shouldn't you get a little extra something? A bonus, maybe? A bigger piece of the pie? Let's see what the official word is on that.
And there you have it, laid out as clearly as possible. Right now, there are 0 plans for a staking bonus. So whether your VRA is staked or just sitting in your wallet, the plan, as it stands today, is to treat both situations exactly the same for the airdrop.
Now, this next point is really interesting because it comes directly from a community member worried about fairness. And you know what? It's a great question. Is it really fair for someone who just bought VRA yesterday to get the same treatment as someone who's been holding on for years through thick and thin?
And here's the team's response, which I think is pretty cool, because it shows they're definitely listening. While nothing is set in stone, they have officially said that they are exploring ways to potentially give a nod to long-term holders. So even though the main rule is simple, they are thinking about adding another layer to reward loyalty.
Okay, let's shift gears to another critical topic: your eligibility based on where you live. This is a really important section, and for some of you, it might be a bit of a bummer, but you absolutely need to know about the current geographic restrictions. So, as of right now, because of regulatory stuff, if you live in the United Kingdom or the United States, you can't create or use a VeraWallet. And since holding VRA in the VeraWallet is the one golden rule, well, you can see the problem. It means users from the UK and the US are currently on the sidelines. But hold on, this might not be the final word. The team has said there's an ongoing assessment to figure out if these countries can be included down the line. For now, the most important thing you can do is follow Veracity's official social media channels. If there's an update, that's where you'll hear it first. We've covered who is eligible, and we've covered what the rules are. Now it's time for the final and maybe the most exciting piece of the puzzle. When is all this actually going down? And that, my friends, brings us to the great snapshot mystery. This timeline breaks it down perfectly. First things first, the snapshot has not happened yet. Second, and you really need to hear this part, the date will not be announced ahead of time. It is a secret. And that's to keep things fair and stop people from trying to game the system at the last minute. You will only find out that the snapshot happened after it's already over. So there you have it, the official guide to the Verasity airdrop, with no rumors, just the facts straight from the team. The rules are incredibly simple. Just hold your VRA in your Verata wallet. But the timing, that's a total mystery. The message here is pretty clear. The best, and really the only strategy, is just to be prepared. So the only question left is,